Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Because I have no idea when you're watching this. Okay, first off, I have to say that if I sound weird, it's because I don't know what volume I should be speaking at, and that's because I have an ear infection in this ear, but then all of a sudden I can't hear in this ear anymore. But it doesn't hurt, I just can't hear. None of that is important information. But I haven't been able to hear right for the past 2 days because of this. And you deaf people are keeping a little secret because it's actually been a little bit nice not being able to hear all all the bullshit that's been happening around me. It's peaceful. And if people really want to talk to me, they have to speak loud and clear and they have to really want to say it, you know? So it's been nice. It's been nice. Okay, hopefully I can get that figured out. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry. I just am so random. Okay, so on a more serious note, I want to talk about postpartum. More specifically, I want to talk about my postpartum experience with Rose, because I already made a whole entire 15-minute YouTube video about postpartum with Jay, and that was a very specific situation I was in that I don't feel a lot of people could relate to. So this is needed, I think, because I really went through it this time. And you might look back at my old videos from 5 months ago when I had her, and you might not really see it. And I did mention it a few times, yeah, I'm not doing the best, but doing the best I can. I had this bad tendency to suffer in silence, and I never want people to know that I'm suffering. And it's not even I didn't want my TikTok followers to know, because I really wanted to just be honest. But if I told TikTok, then everybody in my real life would know, and that's what I didn't want. I didn't want anyone in my real life to know. And I think it's because, now that I'm saying it, I think it's because the people in my real life were my distraction. They had no idea that I was not okay, except for Sean. He knew. But my friends would come over, my family would come over during the day. Those first few weeks, everyone's visiting you. And I acted completely fine, never cried. I was smiling, I looked fine. The second they left is when I just was a mess, crying all the time. And it was dark. It was fucking dark. Now that I'm 5 months in, looking back to those first few weeks were so dark. And I'm just so glad that I am out of it, because it was bad. It really was. I don't know if I would say postpartum depression. I would say it was the baby blues, because it didn't last that long. I would say it's completely gone now. I can be totally honest. I would say it's 99% gone now. There are those days where if I didn't sleep the night before, I can't function. I can't function off of no sleep. So if Rose doesn't sleep good, then I'm not really doing well. Okay, so let me get into those first few weeks. So I would cry all the time, right? And I couldn't really figure out why. And that's what I was writing down here, because postpartum, I think the reason why people don't really talk about it is because you can't really put it into words. Why am I feeling this way? I have this amazing, beautiful little thing, and they don't even do anything. You can't even complain that they're ruining your house or beating you up like toddlers do. They're just so innocent and pure, and they're little angels. But you can't help but be so sad. I mean, I think every mom I don't think there's one mom that is out there that just has a baby and is 100% fine. I don't believe that for a second. And I'm thinking even I always think does Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner do they get fucking postpartum depression? Because they have so many people working for them. But I did read that Kylie Jenner did have postpartum depression with her son. Okay, I'm getting off topic. So the first night I brought Rose home, I was just so unwell. And the second Sean's mom dropped Jay off and she left, I just started weeping. And I would look at Jay and Rose and I would just cry. And Jay saw me crying, and I had to stop doing that in front of him because I didn't want to scare him. But I just couldn't stop crying. And part of it was because I felt bad for Jay. I felt even though he didn't show any signs of jealousy, nothing, I felt I was robbing him of my attention. And I think these are all very normal things, but I just felt so bad. I'm his whole life's gonna change. And it's all my fault, you know, even though he was so happy she was there. I couldn't help but think that. And I couldn't help but think every single thing that me and Jay do together is going to be different now. Like everything that I do during the day is different from morning to night. Everything is different. And I have to change everything. And this might be a me problem because I say this every friggin' mini podcast. I don't believe in the future. So I didn't expect Rose to ever come and I didn't think about how to change everything. So that was a shock to me. What else was I crying? I wrote it down. I just knew that like I couldn't sleep at night. So how am I supposed to like be there for Jay when I'm so exhausted? I was so overwhelmed by how I was going to take care of both of them. I would cry to Sean like, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can take care of 2 kids. Like I literally don't think I can do it, Sean. Like you have to stay home forever. And even though Sean was off for like 3 weeks, I couldn't enjoy it because the whole time I was thinking I can't get used to this because he's going back to work and I have to figure this out. Another symptom I was having is just like my mind was racing, like constant mind racing, like constant thoughts just going through my head. And it was always just overwhelming in my head. It was weird. And at the same time, brain fog. I could not focus on anything. I remember I went to the store to go pick Rose out of formula. I could not think of what I was doing in there. I walked around Walmart for 2 hours before I could clearly think. And that was like 2 weeks into it. So that was that was just rough. And I would say that things got a lot better when she started sleeping well. When she started smiling, when she started giving me some feedback, some reward. Because when they're in that potato stage, like they don't give you anything. So you're out here just like, am I even doing a good job? I have no freaking idea if this baby even likes me. And I wanted her to like, I wanted Jay to understand, like, she's not gonna be like this forever, you know? Like, that was stressing me out. I'm like, Jay, I want you to know that she's gonna be able to, in 2 months from now, she's gonna be a completely different baby, you know? Like, it's not gonna be this way. But Jay, he helped me so much. With Jay and Sean, they cured me. And Rose, they all cured me. But like, I mean, geez, Jay was, I think it was easier this time because I had Jay. Like, he's amazing. I want to talk about things that helped me. Now, these are very specific me things, and I don't know if they can help other people, but I can't here to share it. So things that helped me get through those first few weeks are, first of all, being around other people made me feel like everything was okay because they treated me like everything was okay, so I felt like everything was going to be okay. And like I said, when they left, I was a mess, but it got me through those days, you know? Going out with Rose, like going out in the real world with Rose. And I've said this before too, but like seeing other people just living their life, like in the store, like walking outside, like at the park. I don't know why it gives me so much comfort. And I just loved seeing that. And it made me feel so much better. Also, just thinking of it long term, like think of it like this. You sacrifice, I would say the first 8 months are the hardest. You sacrifice 8 months of your life so this little person can live a whole happy life. And yeah, it's not going to be normal. Don't force the normal. It's not going to be normal for months. And that's okay. So don't force it. And if you lower your expectations, then you might be less disappointed and less sad. Think about it like that, you know? It can't be normal. You're sacrificing yourself and your time and your sleep for a human being, and that is an amazing thing that you're doing, and it will reward you someday. Okay, I'm running out of time, but I just have to say that if you're in this stage, just hold, if anything, hold on to the fact that it's going to get better. Time will heal you. Your baby will heal you. They will love you so much. They will make you smile all the time. You just have to wait. And until then, just distract yourself. Make every day a little adventure and survive the day, and you will be okay.